Hey guys, just a friendly reminder that I will be going live at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I did do a live stream early this morning. My sleep is all over the place. I had found out a few hours, well, an hour after I got up, that Nature Boy is indicted. Shout out to World News. He was one of the first channel holders to let the public know that it is an indictment. And I wanted to share with you, going into a smart search, what I had saw as well, just on my own, just to show my community. He has quite a few different, cases on file. However, the one that we're looking for now is, let's look for it. Here it is. Alrighty. So as we see, these charges are sticking. He's being indicted on all 5 charges. You see that here? He's being indicted on all 5 charges. But I'm also going to show you, 1 second. I got to find it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so right here it says docket number, and it was filed on July 11th, 2022 at 9:16 a.m. Clerk of Superior Court, DeKalb County, and this is the docket number, DeKalb County Superior Court. We already know that's where it's going to be held. And it's the state of Georgia versus 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙 for the public to see, we thought, some of us, I know I did, that some of these charges here were going to drop because of maybe not enough evidence. That was just my opinion. No, they're going to indict him. I'm not saying that he's going to be found guilty for all 5 charges. As the case goes along, he can go a few ways. Some of them could be dropped, or he can be indicted on all these charges, or some can be added, like Solar's alleged story that he's telling about baby love. I don't know. So it's been signed. True bill was signed, I guess, July 8th, 2022. Grand jury. So, phew. And this is the part that Nature Boy has to sign. Now, I suspect that they'll probably update this information and file it, scan it, file it onto the docket sometime today. At the end of the day, that's what usually courts do. At the end of the day or so, whenever they get him to sign this is going to be Eligio's part to sign. Then they will start, I guess, this trial. And it's just not looking good for Nature Boy. Nature Boy did this to himself. Yes, I am shocked that it went this far, but let's play the tape back and look at all of what he was doing 90 days prior to getting locked up. This man was losing his mind. I think that between what I believe that was playing a role in his behavior was the alcohol, and then the heavy drug abuse that he just suddenly just picked up. And then on top of just having a chemical imbalance, I believe, and having issues already, that didn't help his situation. I think that he wasn't definitely at that point being a leader to nobody, not even to himself. Because as you see, this is where it got him. It got him in a lot of trouble. I don't know if he can even buy his way out of this trouble. These people are trying to lock him underneath the jail. And I'm going to tell you something from what I'm hearing from people who are residents of the state of Georgia, that the R word can hold, no, it's a mandatory, let me rephrase that, 25 years. So if he's even held guilty for the R, he's going to do 25 years alone with just that R charge. Then the other, we already know I'm going to tell you this in my opinion. Let me just say that. Let's be careful how we word things. You already know the nude and sexual, you know, the videos that he had up that are marked down here, 3, 4, and 5. We already know he's probably going to be charged on that because of the simple fact that they went to Twitter and they seen that Nature Boy had that up on Twitter. They're not stupid. They're not going to just take it off. You know what I'm saying? Or they're not going to tell him and then have him have the ability to take it off, and then it's his word against hers. Even though there's ways for Twitter or technology companies to find out what was there that he took off. We know that as well. But sometimes courts are not going to invest money into doing all that. So it's just best to go in, you know, do a fact check of what Neytiri said, that he has these POR videos on his Twitter, and, you know, record it, take screenshots, use that as evidence, put it in the file, and then, like how they did, serve him something in the mail, which we know that Nature Boy has showed us on a live one day, of the paperwork of all the allegations that Neytiri had said that he did to her. Now, I think they're also taking this to trial because you have to also play, you know, take into play that there are probably other people, they might not be presented in the courtroom. You know, their identities are probably going to be kept private. However, they're also going off the statements probably of other ex-carbonation members that were in carbonation. You know, all I want to say is I just hope that, you know, people do their due diligence going, you know, forward, and they don't get themselves in these situations. When you see channel holders that, like myself and others, who are reporting on this, don't, you know, turn the other cheek and turn a blind eye to this. Do your due diligence, because there are other tribes out here like this. Maybe the tribe members are not exposing what they do on camera like Nature Boy, or the tribe leaders exposing what's going on behind closed doors like Nature Boy did. And they're probably too afraid to, if they were starting to do what Nature Boy did. But you have to take your life in your own hands, and you can't, at the end of the day, just, you know, blame everyone for why you are in the situation that you're in. You can't run from yourself, because then you end up in these kind of situations with sick people like Nature Boy. And yes, I believe that if Nature Boy did not get locked up when he did, all of the members that were over there that are now, you know, bad mouthing him and outing him and dry snitching on him and trying to make sure that they can probably from a distance get other charges or other things to be looked into to make sure he is locked up, so that they are not probably driven spiritually, mentally, emotionally back to this man, because they're so programmed and brainwashed they don't even trust themselves. But you shouldn't put yourself in a situation like that to begin with, and then you won't have to be down, you know, this road ever again, of trying to put a monster behind bars so you can go on live your life. You know what I'm saying? We have to face our fears. We have to face the reality of there are sick people out here, just like Nature Boy. Nature Boy's not the only one that's sick out here doing stuff. There's people right now, as we speak, that probably got somebody kidnapped in their basement, you know, underneath their bed. They got probably a little box for them, and they take them out when they want to do something with them, or got them inside of some dungeon chamber that they made in their basement. There are sick people out here, and you just have to protect your eyes and your ears and not make yourself, you know, acceptable to this happening to you. That's all I can really say. I'm not trying to sound cold, but I also want to say that I hope that going forward, these carbonation members that have left, that they go on with their life. They don't mimic or duplicate the behaviors of Nature Boy going forth, and they live a prosperous life and start to be a productive citizen of society, and not all the teachings that Nature Boy has taught you, which is running game on people and all that other stuff. Put that aside and be compassionate, and not talk about being a compassionate person and love and all this other stuff, but showing in your actions that you're a changed person that is credible. And we don't have to look at you guys as a bunch of little minions that are narcissists that we better watch, you guys, because we just don't know what you're gonna do. Because right now these people are walking time bombs on the social media. They're like roaches, and I keep saying this. And instead of them getting off a line and healing, these people are online and they're trying to now tell their story. Everybody wants to tell their story, and it's like, after you tell your story, please, I would really want to know what is next with you sitting with yourself and finding time with yourself to heal.